If you want to get in the groove, mask up to get down, and make sure you stay 6 feet from stardom. Today, on A Place of Our Own, how to graduate medical school without really trying, by operating on the world's most lovable and giant oaf. Get ready for this freaking sweet class coming up next. What's up? I'm Pete Charles Sesko, and welcome to Thrift Store Rundown's Place of Our Own, a place designed for any millennial or baby boomer who wants to bring Hollywood home on a budget. As you know, every interaction you have with your favorite celeb or fellow fandom friend is a very important learning opportunity. So when it comes to educating yourself about the wonderful world of pop culture, we're all in this together. That's right, TSI is your first and coolest teacher. Entering the healthcare field requires a lot of crucial and critical studying, on paper and definitely out in the field and in a lot of ERs and trauma centers. But at the end of the day, it is one of the most honorable career paths anybody can choose, especially during this time. Your first assignment in this health class is to operate on Peter Griffin. No, really, you gotta operate on Peter Griffin. This is the Operation Family Guy Collector's Edition electronic game. This silly skill game was purchased for 50% off the price of $249. It requires 2 AA batteries, which are included in this copy, but depending on where you might find this and buy this, they're generally not included. It's ages 6 and up. Since when did Family Guy become marketable for kids? I know my executive producer Donna Iannelli used Family Guy as a part of her curriculum for a bunch of 6th graders, I believe. Her assignment for them was to watch Family Guy every week, and then she would take a particular moment from Family Guy and implement it into a life lesson or lesson plan for that particular week. Look at that, Seth MacFarlane. You didn't know that you were actually educating teachers, did you? Anyway, this truly is a collector's edition in every sense of the word, in my opinion, according to this Family Guy stan, longtime Family Guy stan, for well over a decade. However, if you take a look at the box, it's not really all that collectible. But today, we're going to channel our inner Dr. Hartman on the Thrift Store Rundown's Place of Our Own. I wouldn't think of it a bad idea to actually pop in an episode of Family Guy into your DVD player or desktop computer so long as it's DVD-ROM accessible, and actually have that as background noise while you're playing Operation Family Guy. That's a novel idea. And speaking of novel, TSR is not really content with just saying thank you to the heroic healthcare workers battling the novel coronavirus. No, we want to show our gratitude through action. And if that means pretending to be Dr. Elmer Hartman, operating on the world's most lovable fat slob, well, so be it. To here you have Stewie pretending to be Hello Nurse, but with a shorter haircut. Actually, that's Animaniacs, but Brian pretending to be a doctor. Hey, wear your mask. And then we have Ernie, the giant chicken, if for no other reason than to provide nostalgia to the most serious Family Guy stand. Set off the buzzer, and Peter talks. You will get an earful. Actually, he doesn't talk. He moans and groans and provides certain familiar sound effects of pain and anguish, which you will find quite enjoyable. It's time for you to put on your scrubs and play doctor. Nurse Stewie will assist as you operate on Peter's bulgy rippliness, clammy hands, and gas factory. Watch out for his farts, zany yells, and loud screams as you operate to remove his giant chicken pox and plunger pets. This game is freaking sweet. We have 12 custom Family Guy Funatomy pots. The 30 burger stroke, a la mixed stroke. Chowderhead, blinded by nickels, blind and missing, the giant chicken pots, all those giant chicken farts. Bulgy rippliness, plunger pets, liposuction, he's too sexy for his fat. Clammy hands, the drunken clam, stabby knees, the gas factory, all those farts. Bionic eye, and I wish I had no bones. Family Guy Viewer Mail Volume 1. Stop poking me. Ah. You know, after Peter runs to his house in the style of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Same deal with Lois when she gets to be an anchor at Fox News. How about that? Loyalty to your network. Albeit much more attractive, much more painful because there's a different part of the body that gets impacted and almost injured, but definitely more attractive. Lois Griffin is adorable. But anyway, this is Peter as he's being operated on. You have a lot of play money. You have 24 doctor specialist cards, 12 of each category. The specialist gets paid twice the fee as the doctor if the doctor fails to complete an operation successfully. And there are your contents. That's the game tray as you've seen. It also has tweezers. And you might be asking, where is it? It's right behind me, including instructions on team gameplay and solo gameplay. All right here. And again, it has another legend detailing all of the anatomy parts. The biggest Family Guy fan on your team goes first, and that would be me in this house. If you can't decide who's the biggest Family Guy fan, then the youngest player goes first. I am the biggest Family Guy stan in all of Patterson. I feel pretty proud in saying that. Speaking of stan, if American Dad comes out with a game like this, then we'll give it more attention. But until then, Family Guy is the more superior of Seth MacFarlane's creations, even though he's more of a team player and less of a boss at this point. Anyway, the key to a successful operation is to remove the part without touching the metal edge of the cavity. If you touch the metal edge, you'll set off the buzzer and make Peter's nose light up. So on your turn, draw the top doctor card from the deck and read it aloud. The card tells you which anatomy part to remove and what your fee will be if you're successful. Then try to perform the operation by using the tweezers to remove the anatomy part from the cavity. If you take it off without setting off the buzzer, you're successful. Then you take your fee from the banker, keep the anatomy part in front of you, and place the doctor card out of play. Your turn is concluded. If you're unsuccessful, you will set off the buzzer, and there you go. It's not a success. Your turn is over, no money. The specialist gets to try for twice the fee. See the example on the right? Divided by nickels, a doctor would earn $300. And by the way, doctor and specialty cards have awesome rhymes, such as these. Poisonous nickels took his sight. We'll move this one to set things right. The specialist card, $600. Doctor's card, $300. There you go. The game ends when all 12 operations have been successfully performed. The player with the most money wins. If you want to time your operations, do so. But if you run out of time before completing one successfully, your turn is over. If you're the only doctor in the house, aka Family Guy fan, you can practice your skills on Peter solo. Try performing all 12 operations successfully in any order. If any operation is unsuccessful, just try it again. This also gives you directions on how to store your game once you're finished. So, those are the instructions. Now let's get to the heart of it all. The game tray. And all of its components. So this is Peter. Sans anatomy parts. You have those. That is not a very happy looking game tray. We have your tweezers. And we have one anatomy part that is the toughest of them all to remove without setting off the buzzer. See? I wish I had no bones. Let's try. I'm doing the solo play. See? Difficult. These tweezers cannot touch the middle edge of the cavity where your anatomy part is located inside, or you lose. See? Difficult. But you are hearing Peter moaning and groaning and screaming in pain. And his nose is indeed lighting up red. Let's try it again. There it goes. Come on now, let's try this. It's just a freaking rubber band that you have to secure back inside, and even that's a little bit tricky to do. So yeah, that's why the no bones rubber band is the hardest to remove. But let's try and see if we can get this secured back inside. Stretch it out. Make sure it's secure on this side before you go to the other side. So that way you have no problems. Oh, there you go. Well, that was fairly easy. But what about the rest of the fun anatomy parts? Au contraire, if you're thinking that we don't have them, they're behind me too. And here they are. I don't know if you can see the detailings, but we have Blinded by Nickels, your Mach 5 cent nickel. You have the gas factory, bionic eye in the shape of a magnifying glass. You have your clammy hands, drunken clam. They're all there. So there you go. Set them around here on the bottom. You've probably seen Peter with all of his fun anatomy parts inside, or almost all of them. One more time here. Yeah, almost all of them. Maybe only one of them. Actually, a couple. Never mind. Anyway, these are your money papers, and they're multicolored. Oh, here's one of the specialist cards. We'll show those in a moment. Anyway, these are your money. You got here, you got 100, you got 500. So, those are your monies, $100 and $500. So obviously, you're gonna be needing a lot of bills in order to cover the cost of your insurance that you get to win. And I don't know what the heck this is. I guess it's for making the tray stand upright just a little bit more. But if it doesn't serve any use, what good is it for? So, Doctor and Specialist cards right here. Doctor and Specialist. 24 in total, 12 in each category again. And all the awesome rhyming ailments. The fun anatomy parts that you get here. Great rhymes. The factory's gas smells like bad cheese. It's quick removal, sir to please. We already did that one. So it's the parts. Don't cry or pout. Don't fight that drumstick. Pluck it out. We already did that one. An enormous blob is what he'll be, or an amphorbus, without a quick bandectomy. There you go. And if you want to store the game, just take the tweezers and put them right back underneath here. It's as simple as that. Well, actually, I'll take care of that another time. But there you go. Family Guy, Collector's Edition, Operation Game. There's also a Family Guy Game of Life Edition, which is extremely expensive online. So yeah, that's got to be hunted down at the thrift store. All in all, I give this 4.5 out of 5 claps. We should all consider ourselves so damn lucky that there's a man who positively can do all the things that make us laugh and cry, so much so that you might need an operation yourself. If that's the case, think of this game and this review on your way to the ER, and hopefully we won't be hearing Seth's lawyers contact my lawyers and then contacting your lawyers. God forbid! Class is dismissed for the day, but if you missed any classes, get caught up by clicking the link in the description below, which will take you to the Too Cool for School playlist, which also includes videos from last year's series. Thanks for joining us, and make sure to subscribe for when it comes to bringing Hollywood home and to the classroom on a budget. TSR is your first and coolest teacher. We'll see you next time on the flip side on A Place of Our Own.